a big part of trading, one of it is also, being able to trust your intuition. So I had a book called Trust Your Vibes, and it's living a extraordinary life by using your intuitive intelligence. A lot of trading, you'll question yourself, and a lot of people do. And when you haven't developed that intuitive skill of knowing, like, hey, what do you really think? That is a skill that you can help develop while you're trading. That's going to help you in your trading, but it's going to help you in your life. And so, the same way that we've had senses, and someone be like, hey, nah, maybe I shouldn't go tonight, or I shouldn't go here or do that. That's that voice, and you'll have it in trading. It'll be like, oh man, it's getting ready to run, and then you'll talk yourself out of it, and you'll talk yourself out, and that's part of the skill of being able to trust your intuition of what is really telling you. Like, you will see something, you'll be like, I know it's going to drop, and that'll be your first thought, and then you'll cross yourself. So this mindset, for me, it is understanding that it's a lot that goes into trading that is inside of you. And I think for being in the mastermind as long and seeing guys and seeing people that can really trade and they mess up outside, I know there's a lot of other things going on in your mind that's outside of trading that impacts your trading, right? Just a simple of knowing that, maybe you have your wife and she says something to you and you should say nothing, and you stop and you still say it, and then it turns into a 30-minute argument. Now you're frustrated, and you knew you should have just not, but you couldn't help. You had to do it. And so you have intuition that goes in other aspects of your life that it's like, we got to start using these muscles. So that's why I want to add in the mindset, because this whole month of understanding the market and knowing that we had these we knew the first 2 weeks was going to be unpredictable and kind of stop. And it's like, we still fight against it. And that is the mindset that, I think it doesn't get talked about enough in trading, because guys go around and they end up quitting or giving up when they were actually in the right situation. They just didn't work the right muscle.
It's true. So true. I think that's one of the reasons I say it all the time. I love trading. Is it, in order to get better, you got to get better. Like overcome. For me, that's overcome some of those things that get in the way. And that's just the same thing, just what you just said. So that it's real. It's real.
Right.
You gotta face that, like facing all your stuff.
And then, people were asking about emotional intelligence, and they were saying that, how do you know when you feel? I was like, man, that is a question. Like, how do you know what you feel? Like, do you feel good today? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel anger? Do you feel jealousy? Like, asking yourself and then answering that question. A lot of times you'll skip over it and you don't want to really answer, right? Because I will wake up and I was trying to do some vision this morning of envisioning what the future looked like, and I realized my mind kept just jumping away from it, like not wanting to see what it looked like. And I was like, you know what? Like, how you feel. And that's like, being honest, instead of like trying to avoid how you really feel. Like, you have to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling right now. And so, these exercises is really to get you in touch with, what you're really thinking. And so this way, when you look at the market, you can be like, I'm confused right now, or I don't know what it is. And then you ask someone else what they feel, and then you go off their feelings. Right? It's like you're giving somebody else an excuse to tell you what to do, right? Because you don't want to make the decision. And it happens with people with jobs in places, in the relationships. Like, my wife will always say, well, what do you feel like eating? It's like, I'm not even hungry. Why are you asking me? Like, you're trying to put that decision on what you want to eat on someone else, so this way they can make the decision for you. And that is, when you ask someone what's their trading, it's like you're putting that on someone else so they can just tell you what to do, so you don't have to take responsibility if it's wrong or right trade. Right? And that's the reality. That's the honest question. It's like, if someone asks you, hey, what do we feel like eating? It's like, shit, I'm not even hungry. Like, how did it get to we? What do you feel like eating? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. It's like, Well, you're not hungry yet. You're not starving yet. Just sit down and wait until you know that, hey, I'm starving, I'm hungry, I'll eat anything.
We tired, boss.
Yeah,
We tired, boss.
we tired, right? So when they say, hey, what do you feel like trade? If a trade's not jumping out on you, then you don't know what you want to trade, and you're looking for someone else to make the decision for you. And that's when you shouldn't be trading.